Kenya's education system is undergoing one of the most significant reforms in its history. The Kenya National Examinations Council, KNEC, the body that has managed KCPE and KCSE for decades, is being replaced. In its place, the government is establishing a new institution called the Kenya National Educational Assessment Council. This is not just a change of name. It represents a complete shift in how learners in Kenya will be assessed, graded, and certified. For the first time in law, Kenya is formally recognizing that education is not only about final exams, but also about projects, practicals, coursework, and continuous assessment. In this video, we explain the Kenya National Educational Assessment Council Bill 2025 in simple language, what is changing, why it matters, and what it means for students, teachers, parents, and schools across Kenya. For many years, Kenya's education system relied heavily on final national exams. KCPE determined secondary placement. KCSE determined university admission and career paths. But the competency-based curriculum introduced a different philosophy, one that values skills, competencies, creativity, and practical ability. Under CBC, learners are assessed through classroom participation, projects, practicals, portfolios, continuous assessment, and final national tests. Because of these shifts, the old exams-focused structure of KNEC no longer matched the new curriculum model. So, the government drafted a new law to replace KNEC with a broader institution, the Kenya National Educational Assessment Council. This new council will manage all forms of assessment in education, not just exams. One of the biggest changes in the new law is how assessment is defined. Assessment now includes written exams, oral tests, practicals, projects, coursework, continuous assessment, and even digital testing. This means what a learner does throughout school contributes to certification, not just what happens in one exam room. In simple terms, the classroom now counts. Your projects count. Your practical skills count. Your learning journey counts. This legally confirms CBC's continuous assessment approach. The new law makes school-based assessment mandatory. Schools must assess learners continuously, record results, submit marks to the National Council, verify learner data, and ensure every learner is registered. Head teachers carry legal responsibility for these processes. Failure to register learners or submit assessment data can attract penalties. So, continuous assessment under CBC is no longer optional. It is legally binding. For learners, this means projects and coursework directly contribute to national certification. The bill also defines who will govern the new Kenya National Educational Assessment Council. The council will include a chairperson appointed by the president, the principal secretary for education, the principal secretary to the National Treasury, the chief executive officer of the Commission for University Education, the director of the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, the secretary of the Teacher Service Commission, plus 3 members appointed by the Education Cabinet Secretary, a representative of persons with disabilities, a representative of post-school teacher training institutions, a representative from the private education sector, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Council will serve as an ex officio member. This composition ensures coordination across curriculum, teacher management, higher education, and national policy institutions. The bill introduces e-assessment, that is digital exams. The Council can conduct national assessments through computers and online platforms. Schools must have computers, internet, electricity, and ICT personnel to host digital examinations. This prepares Kenya for computer-based national testing in the future and aligns with global education trends. It also enables faster marking, interactive assessment formats, and stronger exam security. One of the most striking parts of the bill is a detailed list of offenses and penalties related to assessments. These penalties are significantly tougher than before. Here are the major offenses and their consequences. Unauthorized possession or leaking of assessment papers carries a penalty of up to 10 years imprisonment or a fine up to 2 million shillings or both. Sharing assessment materials on social media or electronically carries a penalty of up to 5 years imprisonment or a fine up to 5 million shillings or both. Assisting a candidate to obtain assessment papers illegally carries up to 10 years imprisonment or 2 million shillings fine. General assessment malpractice, such as altering marks, changing scripts, or unauthorized access, carries up to 5 years imprisonment or a 1 million shilling fine. Possession of unauthorized electronic devices in an exam room is also treated as malpractice. Loss or misuse of assessment materials carries up to 5 years imprisonment or a 1 million shilling fine. Impersonation in an assessment carries up to 2 years imprisonment or 2 million shilling fine, plus a ban from taking assessments for up to 3 years. Copying or collusion during exams leads to disqualification and possible ban from assessments for up to 3 years. Possession of offensive materials or causing disturbances at assessment centers carries up to 3 years imprisonment or a 500,000 shilling fine. Assaulting an exam officer carries up to 1 year imprisonment or 200,000 shilling fine and cancellation of results. Presentation of forged certificates carries up to 2 years imprisonment or 1 million shilling fine. Counterfeiting certificates carries up to 10 years imprisonment or a 10 million shilling fine. Improper disclosure of assessment information by officials carries up to 2 years imprisonment or a 500,000 shilling fine. These provisions show that exam malpractice is now treated as a serious criminal offense under Kenyan law. The bill also strengthens protection of learners' academic certificates. Certificates must be issued within 12 months after results release. No institution is allowed to withhold a learner's certificate. This addresses long-standing issues where students could not access certificates due to fee balances or disputes. Withholding certificates now becomes punishable. This new law represents a historic shift in Kenya's education system, from exam-centered evaluation to continuous assessment, from memorization to competencies, from paper-only exams to digital readiness, from weak enforcement to strong legal protection of assessment integrity. So, in summary, KNEC is being replaced by KNEAC. Continuous assessment is now law. School-based assessment counts nationally. Digital exams are coming. Offenses and penalties are much stricter. Certificates are legally protected. And the new council coordinates the entire assessment system. This is one of the biggest education reforms Kenya has seen in decades. What do you think about these new exam laws and penalties? Do you think they will reduce cheating and improve CBC assessment? Share your views in the comments section of our YouTube channel. And for more CBC updates and education insights, subscribe and comment and share our information on our YouTube channel, Frokil Show. Let's keep building stronger communities through education. Thank you so much, and for now, bye.